Welcome friends. This is the answers explaining session for task 6. First of all, I will explain answer for today's question, then I will explain the answer for task 6 questions. Okay, this is our first question. First of all, I will read the question. In a concentric tube counterflow heat exchange, you can or you may think that why I am posting most of the questions from heat exchanger, because it is the one of the important topic and is repeatedly asking. Okay, that's why. Okay, here it is concentric tube and counterflow heat exchanger. A hot oil enters at 1 or 2 degrees Celsius and leaves at 65 degrees Celsius. Cold water enters at 25 degrees Celsius and leaves at 42 degrees Celsius. We have to find the logarithmic mean temperature difference, that is LMTD, okay, in degree Celsius. This is one of the simple question. Okay, I have solved this and I will show you. Okay, this is the solution. First of all, whenever you read the question, whether it is counterflow or parallel flow, plot the graph. Okay, that is temperature along y-axis and length along x-axis. So always remember that here it is counterflow, means the temperature difference is constant throughout the length of the heat exchanger. Okay, the concentric type, that is it looks like this, one pipe inside another pipe. Okay, different fluids will be flowing different pipes. Here the given data from the question is noted, hot and cold fluid separately, and all the inlet and exit temperatures are given. We have to find the del Tm, that is logarithmic mean temperature difference. We know that formula, theta 1 minus theta 2 by ln of theta 1 by theta 2. We have to find the theta 1 and theta 2. Look at the graph. Theta 1 is nothing but the temperature difference at left side of the graph, and theta 2 is the temperature difference at right side of the graph. Okay, we are finding theta 1 and theta 2. I am getting the value of 60 and 40 degrees Celsius. I am substituting in the formula. I am getting the answer as 49.3 degrees Celsius. Here in the question it is mentioned that correct to one decimal. You have to read carefully every question, because that may be vary. In this question here they said that to correct to one decimal. Okay, that's why I have find out the answer as 49.3, that is one decimal. It is corrected to one decimal. Okay, this is the first question of task 6. Okay, which is from general aptitude. First of all, I will read the question. A rectangle, whenever you read the general aptitude question, just visualize, it will be create a more interest. Okay, a rectangle becomes a square. Okay, how? By reducing the length of rectangle by 10 meter and breadth to be by 5 meter respectively. During this process, the loss of area in the rectangle is 650 meter square. What is the area of original rectangle? We have to find the area of original rectangle. You read this type of questions, don't think this question is toughest question. It is a simple question, even though it looks like a tough. Okay, we no need of any pen and note to solve this type of questions. Okay, we can solve it this type of questions by mind itself, because we know that square has its all sides equal. Therefore area of square is product of two sides. Okay, the two sides too same. Here we can find the length of this square as L minus 10 and breadth as B minus 5. This both should be same. Okay, okay, equate this. L minus 10 is equal to B minus 5. Now substitute the different value for L and breadth. that's why it will be equal. Okay, you can think any value can match, but by relating to the options we should find the answer. Okay, you can put the value of L as 25 and B as 20, it will also become same, but the answer will be what, 500. Okay, it's not there in the option. Then go to next number. If you find that like this, we can find the 45 and 50. Okay, if you substitute 45 and 50, you can get the both sides are equal. Then we have to find the area of original rectangle. Okay, so we have to product of length and breadth, that is 45 into 50. The answer is 2250. Therefore here the correct answer is option B. Okay, this is the second question, which is from our topic heat and mass transfer. First of all, I will read the question. Okay, this is one of the simple question. The heat loss from a fin is 6 watt. Okay, it's not a volt, it's a watt. The effectiveness and efficiency of the fin are 3 and 0.75 respectively. The heat loss in watt from the fin keeping entire fin surface at base temperature is dash. We have to find that only. Okay, in other words, we have to find the maximum heat transfer. Okay, I have solved this question. I will show you. Okay, this is the solution of this question. Here they given heat loss Q as 6 watt, effectiveness as 3 and efficiency is 0.75. Here I will explain you what is effectiveness and what is efficiency. Effectiveness means if you consider without a fin there will be a one amount of heat transfer. Then if you consider fin there will be a one amount of heat transfer rate. Therefore, if you find the ratio between these two, then it is known as effectiveness. That is, it is defined as the ratio of heat transfer rate with fin to the heat transfer without fin. Okay, that is the effectiveness. But what is efficiency? Efficiency means it is generally we think like this. Efficiency means output by input. Okay, but here it is different. That is, efficiency here refers the ratio of actual heat transfer rate to the maximum possible heat transfer rate. Okay, hence we have to find the maximum heat transfer rate. Then here effectiveness is no need for us, this is extra given data. Okay, simply by substituting this efficiency and actual you can find the maximum possible heat transfer rate. I am getting the answer as 8 watt. Okay, okay friends, subscribe my channel and click the bell icon to receive daily questions. Okay, thank you.